So before we get into the class, um, let me introduce myself a little bit. Uh, Again, I said my name is Bill Mosley. That's all you know about me so far. This is my family. Uh, I know it's kind of a small picture, but if you kind of squint, you can see everybody. This is at my son's wedding, which was last August. And you probably can notice a couple things about my family. Number one, we're a very large family. And number two, we've got a lot of different ethnicities going on in there, a lot of different races and a lot of different looking people. And that is by design. My wife and I have been married for almost 30 years. And shortly after we started having kids, we talked about how much we'd love to grow our family through adoption. So we have 5 adopted kids and 2 biological kids. And they are, some of them have partners and spouses in that picture. Obviously, we have a little grandbaby now. He is crazy, but it's really fun. And I grew up a only child in a single parent household. It was just me and my mom growing up. So I didn't have any idea what it was like to have siblings. I didn't have any idea what siblings do to each other. Some of you who have siblings are smiling right now because you know what I'm talking about. But so all this is brand new to me, having the big family. Brand new, I mean, 27 years in, I guess, but it was not expected, and I didn't think we would have such a huge family, but it was just we're having so much fun, and we still are. Honestly, our family, almost everybody lives here in town. A couple of them are in Riverside right now for jobs and college, but most of us live within 5 minutes of each other. We get together all the time and have family dinners and stuff. But family is a huge part of my life, and that'll probably come through. The other thing you ought to know about my family is we're all swimmers. I don't look like a swimmer, but I do swim to stay in shape. The rest of them are all competitive. In fact, this is my daughter, the yellow cap right there at national championships. This is a shot of her about to swim at Olympic trials in 2016. They've swam in college, Division One, at multiple different universities, Cal Baptist, CSUB, a few others. So all of my kids are swimmers. And that goes all the way back to my grandfather here, who was Bakersfield College's first swim coach. He started in 1953. Yes, the first year we had a campus and a pool on this campus. He came here as a football coach. And somewhere in the 60s, they decided to start a swim team. And they said, hey, anybody in the athletics department have any swimming experience? My grandfather had swam in college. So they took him from the line coach to the new swim coach, and he coached swimming the rest of his career. But so I grew up around the pool here at Bakersfield College. I actually learned to swim in the BC pool. So I've been around this campus a long, long time. Our family loves swimming. It's been really good to us. And so I've got 2 kids that are still in high school, and they still swim. But when they're done with high school swimming, I will spend a lot less time out by the pool. Chances are really good that if you catch me in the afternoon or evening, I will be sitting out at the CSUB pool watching them swim back and forth. And right now, freezing to death while they're in the warm water. It doesn't seem fair. Okay, so professionally, I got my start here at Bakersfield College. Graduated from North High. Sorry, apologies. Wasn't my choice. Bakersfield College, went here for 2 years, went to Fresno Pacific University, which is in Fresno, as you may have guessed. It's a small liberal arts college in Fresno. Really had a great time there. That's where my wife and I got engaged. And then I went to Pepperdine University for my master's degree, and my doctorate is from the University of Nebraska, Lincoln. But that's kind of the boring part. Professionally, I've been here 28 years as an employee. Most of that time as a professor, some of it as a dean, some of it working in technology. I spent 21 years after I graduated with my master's from Pepperdine. I went back and taught there for 21 years. And these are some of the things that I've done professionally. Okay, so this is me teaching a seminar for graduate students at Pepperdine University in a virtual hot tub in the world of Second Life. This is me teaching another group of graduate students in the game World of Warcraft. Anybody play World of Warcraft around here? Heard of it? There you go. So anyway, that is North Shore Abbey, I think. Anyway, it's a beginner zone, right? So we just sat there and talked about learning theorists in Second Life. I've also taught classes on computing and computational thinking using Minecraft and redstone circuits, built Legos, and even made electronic textiles. This is a pillow that lights up when you squeeze it. Why do we do that? Because it's a lot of fun to work on projects like those, to learn computing, to learn about programming, to learn about things. And I love making stuff. I've got a garage full of these lily pad Arduinos, and every once in a while we pull them out and just do something fun with them. But as you can tell, I'm a little bit of a nerd, or a lot. Um, I really, really love technology. And it started at a very early age for me with an absolute love for video games. And I loved playing video games. And I immediately thought, hey, it'd be even cooler than playing video games, making video games. So I started teaching myself programming. And this was years and years and years ago. And I graduated from an IBM compatible PC to a Commodore 64, then back to a Windows computer, and then finally landed on Mac because I just like using them. But programming has been part of my life my whole life. And so I really enjoy doing it. I think it's a really creative activity. Most people don't think of programming as creative, right? You think of it as like mathematical and you're making robots. And I think it's as creative as painting a picture, right? You have all of these things that you can do. And really, it's just up to your imagination. So as we do this class, what I want to do is really spark your imagination and get you thinking about things that you'd like to do with your computer and things that you'd like to create, because that's what drives people to want to learn programming.